Good evening.
And welcome back to Two Props, One Pod. I'm Gemma, the prop life.
And I'm Anja, the chatty prop.
And this is our podcast. Here we are. We just chat some things. We say some things. If you relate, great. If you don't, you don't.
You can stay or you can go. It's fine.
But I'd recommend listening.
I recommend listening. Sorry, yeah, that's not a good plug. Don't go. Stay. How are you, Gemma? You were going to say... how are you? Sorry.
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm grand. What have you been up to? Oh, how was your game? Oh, you haven't had it yet. It's Saturday. Oh, there we go. Right. Sorry, I'm behind. Sorry. How's life going?
How is life? Life is good. I mean, you and I have had a belter of a couple of weeks, haven't we?
Been crazy.
So for those of you who did not see the content, who were, I don't know, a basement somewhere, Anja and I got to go to the launch of the Autumn Nation series up in London. This was really, really exciting. Hence the hats.
As modelled.
Other stashed. I've got another waterfall here, a t-shirt, a hoodie.
Yeah, I've got a couple of things lying around. I can see at least 7 things in my line of vision.
Yeah, so great. This is the one thing I've discovered that I love about like these London events, that I obviously, growing up a little West Country girl, never experienced these before. They're just giving out things, and I love that. They
just leave it on a table, and I think that's where they underestimate people like us, because Gemma saw with her own 2 eyes.
Be yourself.
Yeah, so Gemma saw with her own 2 eyes me literally get my backpack and almost just stuff it. I actually put nothing in the backpack so that I could just actually cram it in, and so I've come away quite well from this whole thing, haven't I?
On an unrelated note, you can buy your Autumn Nation series merch from Anja's Etsy shop.
I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Yes, look, as you can see, we're modelling nice hats. I like these hats; they're very nice.
I honestly,
really.
I put it. I commented on my video about it because the Autumn Nation series guys were like, "Oh, the hat," and I was like, "This will be cut off my cold dead body."
I've already worn it like 5 times. I love the colour. I've obviously I haven't got the hair to be wearing it today, but I thought since you were doing it,
do you know what? It gives me like slight flower pot vibes, and I love that.
And do you know what? If anything, I've got a warm head. So, what's the saying? You lose like 90% of your heat for your head. Protect the noggin, kids. Protect the noggin. Anyway, so sorry.
What was your highlight of the event, do you reckon?
It was all just, let me set the scene. It was all just a very cool day. So, got up on the train at 6 o'clock from Southampton, as you do on a Wednesday morning. Arrived at what I can describe as probably one of the most beautiful buildings in London. Only to be escorted up to like the 42nd floor, where you just saw like the whole of London with the Shard and everything. And I thought that was amazing. So the stage was set for a pretty good day. Then obviously I bumped into the stash table, and that would have to be up there. But with close second to that would be obviously like, I'm a rugby fan at heart, predominantly, before any content creation. Yeah. And just really like being up close and personal with some of my rugby childhood heroes, like Brian Banner, Sam Warburton, Simon Thibault, Topsy Ojo. Other names fail me, but there were so many amazing people there, and then also like the CEO of the Six Nations and all of that jazz, and Gabby Logan. We can't forget Gabby Logan.
What a nice lady! What a nice lady!
And she said hi, and I was like, Gabby Logan's just said hi to me. She doesn't even know I exist. Nicest lady. Literally, she was doing like a flying visit in and out, and I just said to her, I was like, "Hey, Gemma, like really nice to meet you," and she was so lovely. So lovely. We are Gabby Logan fans on the Two Props One Pod. Yeah, we stand Gabby Logan. Maybe we should try and actually get her on. I'm not sure if she'd come, but anyway, I aim high. And then obviously, what was also cool? Oh, it just disappeared from my head. And then some really cool people were there. So what was it? Bryony Cleal was there. Lena Coulson, Flo Robinson, the rugby guy, Jared, good old Jared. We love Jared.
So funny story, I took the train up with Jared, and that has to have been probably the best and most entertaining train journey of my life.
I love that.
I mean, so he lives quite nearby to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got the same train, same time, and just like, I mean,
Funny.
he's obviously lovely as well. Like, he's giving me great advice.
Genuinely so nice.
Yeah, such a nice man. But yeah, it was also just the funniest train journey that.
And you know what? He's quite shy in real life. Like, he's quite like chill, nicest guy. He called me his bestie. So like, I commented on his video, and he was like, "So good to meet you, my best friend." And I was like, because we had little jokes. At one point, it was just me and him standing, and we were like talking about. I made him goose step for me, which was quite funny. I was like, Jared, I hate to ask you to do the one thing that you do all the time, but can I just get you to do this? And then we were going to do a TikTok dance, and then the event started. So that was cool. And then just generally great day out. And then the drinks. And then the drinks, obviously. But yeah, great time.
We cannot disclose Anja during the drinking period, but we'll just say that it was
we
great.
Enjoyed them. And the canapes, I really like those. I ate a lot of those.
Yes, you did.
I was chasing them around.
Like,
I was so hungry. I only ate I had only seen that salad box, and it got to that point. I was like, I'm starving, so I just ran around and ate. Anyway, sorry. Yes, what was your perk of the day? Because I followed you around, and you were having the best time. You were talking to Brian Banner, so you were just loved it for you. I was your biggest hype girl.
No, you were amazing, and you were so helpful as well to have there, and like, you made me more confident by being there.
Go, Gemma, go and talk to them. You deserve to.
Thank you.
Free to hire for any personal hype needs, if anyone needs me.
Honestly, she's amazing. My highlight, I mean, there's so many highlights. I mean, falling up the stage to go and fist bump Brian Habana.
That was cool. You played it very cool.
I just
fainted. She fainted, really. That's what happened.
Fainted from shock. No, do you know what? Having a good chat with Sam Warburton about Chris Schinzer, who plays at Exeter. Obviously.
Isn't he great?
Sam Warburton. Well, Sam's really kind of. I mean, I first of all love Sam Warburton. What
nicest guy.
Nicest guy. Just such a gentle, sunny personality. Love him. But he obviously, Chris Schinzer plays at Exeter, my local. And I've seen Chris play a few times. He's having a stormer of a season, and
such a season, yeah.
Yeah, and Sam is really kind of capping him as someone to watch for Wales, and I fully agree with that.
Definitely, 100%. I've seen little clips here and there. He looks like he's great.
He's insane.
But do you know what? And he was just a genuinely nice guy.
Also, as well, my other highlight of the day. Do you know what I loved? How keen Zebo was to do TikToks.
Zebo, for 2 seconds, can we talk about his shoes? Some people are a fan. I personally, they probably wouldn't be for me. And I know Jared was conflicted about them too, but
I think Jared spent about
show.
5 hours mocking his shoes.
He stole the show with those shoes, and I mean, I think it's all anyone, got a lineup of stars just on stage talking, and I think all we could look at was Simon Sabo's shoes. Flashy is the only word.
So for those of you who haven't seen it, I've put a magnifying glass on my rugby players and their problems video to really highlight the shoes. But they are Converses essentially that are like black and white check, but also
Christian Dior. Christian Dior.
Oh, I thought it was check.
Yes, they're in a check pattern, Gemma. Yeah, it was bougie.
Well, it was those with like sequins, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sparkly. Anyway,
I was looking at them. Yeah. He sparkled like Edward Cullen does when he goes in the sun. He was sparkling, and I took a really deep look at them as you were talking to him. I was like, wow, those shoes. But yes, great day.
You told him as well. You were like, Zebo.
Oh, I know. I was just trying to have a casual conversation with Topsy Ojo. I asked him what he was doing after the event. I was like, hi, Topsy, you finished with media for the day? And he was like, yeah, just cool, going out for some dinner after this. I was like, oh, cool, who is? Trying to get an invite, didn't, but hey, it's fine. Plenty of other opportunities. But yeah.
Love that. So yeah, it was Warburton was a highlight. I mean, I love Topsy Ojo for so many reasons, because he's one of the people that has used his platform so well to add to women's rugby, and to kind of he's aware of what he can bring to the table.
Yeah,
and I think that's really important. That's really powerful for the sport. And he is a shining example of how to do it right when representing women. When
he's really
you
great.
are a male representing women's rugby.
Shall we talk about how he might have sat next to you at?
I've talked about this before. I've talked about this before.
Oh yeah, okay. I've forgotten. Should we recap this?
I sat on a No Woman No Try panel and I talked about how I didn't clock it was Topsy Ojo, but it was in a way a compliment, because I was like, Topsy Ojo won't be sat next to Muggins.
Yeah.
Here. Like,
and also he was so casual because he kind of just walked in last minute and just sat down.
That was the thing.
I would 100% be like, yeah, you weren't, mate, and just be chatting to him and wouldn't realise it's him.
I just didn't solidly clock, because I was just like, he looks a lot like Topsy Ojo, but it won't be Topsy Ojo because Topsy Ojo would be somewhere up in VIP or something.
I did look at him and I was like, he looks really familiar, and you just can't place a face, and you're like, why do I recognise that guy? I've got a feeling he's big in the sport world, but I can't. Yeah.
And that's partially why I was asking questions, because I was like, I think that might be, but but I fully admitted it. I came out, I was like, do you know what, didn't clock it was you, but yeah,
nicest guy though, nicest guy. Anyway, yes,
nice man. So part of what we have been talking about with the Autumn Nation series, now they asked me about Fantasy 15s. I've been having a bit of fun with that. I've done like
I've seen it.
I've done like a literal fantasy, as in if I could chuck a random 15 of people.
Yeah.
Who would have been squad? Yeah. I've done one with the boys, but I feel like we needed one for the girls.
We need one for the girls, because I don't know if anyone knows, but it's the World Cup currently, so we need to sort this out. Yeah.
So this is my women's all-time Fantasy 15 at the moment. If you're watching this and you're not mentioning it, I'm sorry. I still love you. I also try to go with a least English as possible perspective, because see, by default I'm an England fan. So
quick question. Don't know why I put my hand up there like we're in school. Sorry, me next. Can I go through the positions and you tell me who you've got, like, so like we can make a bit of a presentation about it? Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. Go for it.
Starting off with Gemma's all-time fantasy women's rugby union 15.
Boom.
Are we doing subs as well, or we're just going for the 15? We're just going for the 15.
I've got subs and hydration.
Oh, Jesus. Right, okay. Also, can we just put Jemma is much more prepared than I am. Jemma, in fact, asked me to prepare for this, and because I had work, I've completely forgotten. So I'm letting her go first, and then I'm going to take inspiration from that. Okay, starting with number one.
Loose head prop. Number
one. Oh, is it
loose
head? Yeah, it is loose head. I'm tight head. Oh, duh, sorry. Yeah. I get confused all the time. I should know that. That's right, Murray, cut that out. That's embarrassing. I even wrote on my head tight head, and I just said that's I only wrote on my head loose head, and I just said tight head. Idiot. Anyway,
I love that so much.
Cut that out.
Sorry, one moment. Sorry, Murray, can you cut this? See you in Bizzle. Sorry, Mr. Prop Life's off to get food.
Start again, then we'll have to cut that bit out.
Start again. So ask me about my loose head from.
So starting with number one, loose head prop.
Okay, so there is no one else in my eyes that pops straight into my head, as in, for me, this is my straight out loose head proper choice, Simi Pam.
Oh, what a choice. What a babe.
Bristol Bear, Barbarian, Doctor, rugby player, Gymshark model.
Yeah, literally an actual model in Gymshark store now. So cool.
An actual model, as in not just a model for the clothes, but she's
a mannequin.
A mannequin now.
She's a mannequin.
But also she's just a really nice human being. I think she's also a really talented rugby player. I like the fact that she's a really modern build of front row. So she's very athletic. She can sprint. Her back squat is 160 kilograms. That's just about more than deadlift.
I just watch her on Instagram to honestly try to give me some kind of motivation, like, because she just is like smashing it. She has this thing she does on Wednesdays, and they're like capacity Wednesdays or something. Yeah, and
they look vile.
They look awful. And there's part of me that's like, give it a go, and then I'm like, no, don't want to die. But I think very cool.
I think I'd throw up after the first 30 seconds.
Should we try and do one time, Gemma, and just see how we?
Should we ask Simi if we can come with her?
right, guys, I'm not coming. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not coming with you. I don't work out like you guys work out. Or maybe we should just do it for the comedy laughs.
I just max
maybe
out.
we should do like very unfit. You're actually quite decently like physically fit, Gemma, and then Simi Pam, legend, and just sit. Like, I mean, I'm obviously gonna die first, but I think for content, quite funny.
Outstanding.
Yeah. So second, hooker.
My hooker has to be Emily Totosi, Canada.
Smashed it. Yeah.
So obviously she got a hat trick earlier this Rugby World Cup for Canada. She's a really smart thinking little hooker. And yeah, I haven't met her in person, but she seems really cool.
Nice. Number 3, my favourite position. Now I've got it right. Tight head prop.
I felt a lot of weight to pick this one.
Did you pick me?
Partially because I mean, well, there's so many options. There's Shauna Brown. There's just so many good props. And Anja Dixon. Thank you. Like, who do I pick? So I went with Hope Rogers, USA Eagle.
Oh, that's who I was going to pick. That's good one. Yeah, we can actually both have the same players. Yeah,
she's outstanding in a scrum. She also has a fantastic leg drive. I couldn't tackle her if I wanted to.
No, I wouldn't even want to try. I'd let her go. I'd be like, here, Hope, score, please. I'd be like, here's the try line.
So yeah, Hope is fully my tight head of choice, but it was a really tight one between her and Shauna Brown because I think Shauna is fantastic, works really hard. But I wanted to try and go away from the obvious England choices against Sarah Byrne also. Yes.
Honourable mentions.
Okay,
number 4, second row. Who are we going for?
So we're going to go for Madisou Fall of France.
You're picking all my ones. Yes, good choice.
I mean, I've stood next to Madisou Fall, and very few people on this earth make me feel tiny physically.
Yeah.
She's a giant, and I say that in the most respectful way because she's Amazonian. She's tall, she's strong, she's incredible, and she just is insane on the pitch. Like, she just runs through people like they're made of paper. It's insane. And she's really strong.
And she makes it look easy. She makes it look so easy. And I mean, honestly, I'd be like looking up at her like this if I ever played her. I'd be like, hi. Yeah.
I was stood to Rugby Top in France. And we were stood there as Madisou was passed a baby out of the I don't know if you've seen that video on his page. Yeah. She was passed a baby out of the stands.
Oh my God.
Just stood there and just holding this baby. And I'm just like, I mean, my brain is exploding at this point, like from life. But she's just she's incredible. An incredible presence as well. And even though, she didn't speak masses of English and my French is working, but not. Incredible. She was really lovely as well, and she made the effort to come and smile and say hello to me. So
I like that. Number 5,
Linda van der Velden of the Netherlands and Chiefs. I think she would team Madisou really well. She's another similar one, really great ball carrier. Also, lovely human being.
She seems. I've never met her. She seems very nice though. From what you've told me and everything I've seen, very cool.
She's really cool
person.
Great vibes. And just another really powerful ball carrier. I think her and Madisou in a scrum would be terrifying.
Moving into the flankers, number 6. Who are you going for?
Oh, I have changed my flankers around 90 million.
Do you know what?
Many.
I could fit in a good 7 or 8 players into that back line. And I think it would still be a great back line.
Yeah, like fully.
Back row. Yeah.
My honourable mentions go to Marley Packer because naturally, but she's not in my flankers.
Oh
no, only because she would be such an obvious choice.
Yeah, I would have chosen her. I am going to choose her, so yeah.
My other honourable mention goes to Gaye Hermé.
Oh, another great one. Yeah.
Who captains France, fantastic lady, brilliant flanker, always tackles. So my blindside is Rachel Malcolm.
Oh, I do love Rach. She's so nice.
And I'm sure Murray is silently in the background, like fist pump in the air right now. But Rachel Malcolm,
met her. Lovely lady.
Dr. Rachel Malcolm. I've
Dr.
spoken
Rachel Malcolm.
about her so much on this podcast. I love her so much. She's
We're
brilliant.
big stands. Rachel, I doubt you're listening, but if you are, we love you. Yeah,
we're fans.
We're invested. Yeah.
She just adds an incredible energy and incredible presence to a team as well.
Yes,
and
yeah.
Technically, she puts her heart and soul into every game, and you see that.
Absolutely, and she's got such passion, just such passion for the game. And she didn't start playing very long ago. She's quite new to the game, if I'm correct in that. I think she didn't start like too long ago. So yeah, not years. And I'm talking like a decent amount. She's played for a decent amount of time, but just like she's not. Yeah. Anyway, I might be wrong, but I think that's correct. Okay. 7.
So this one is an England choice. Sadia Kabaya.
Oh, I love Sadia. She's so nice. She replies when
yeah, she does to me as well.
She replies to your messages. She's the nicest girl, like nicest. I say congrats all the time and she messages back, and I'm just like, oh, Sadia, you're so nice.
She's absolutely sunshine in a rugby shirt.
Yeah.
And also, she's having such a World Cup.
She's serving good rugby.
Like when she's been playing, obviously she's had a bit of an injury, and she's had some ups and downs through it, but she's been absolutely worth her weight in gold. Like the breaks she's made, the carries, and the tackling. Like always with her, the tackling. I think there's a compilation video of about 10 minutes of just Sadia Kabaya tackling people, and it's just incredible.
And it's crazy because she's so young. She's so young, and she's smashing it already on the world team. And just imagine what she's going to be like at the next World Cup. Well, hey.
Because she'll be there. That's the thing. She'll
be there because she's so young. She's probably got another 2 or 3 in her, which is mad, isn't it? Mad, but great, fantastic. We love her.
I've got another 2 or 3 games in me.
I don't know if I've got this season left in me, Gemma. You know what I mean?
My shoulders.
Who knows? Now I love this position. It's if I could play any other position, I'd probably play this position.
So
who's your number 8? Who's your number 8?
Oh, this took so long to fill out. Suang Lillicrap of Wales.
Yes, I see that. You're going really for and also, I wouldn't say she goes on a pitch to be massively flashy, but she does her job so well. Like she does the basics really well, and she's a dynamic 8, and I like that. Yeah,
she's great ball carrier. Again, great energy on the pitch. Really sensible head as well.
Yeah, and just experience as well. Like you're going for there's a wealth of experience there with her as a player. Yeah, nice. Mm-hmm. Okay, number 9, scrum half. So
obviously my entire sparkle, I'm known for absolute slander at scrum halves, and it's a tough choice.
There's only one choice. Yeah, there's only one choice for me.
There's up there.
Yeah.
But in this instance, I wanted to give Mo Hunt my...
Oh, don't, because you broke my heart with that. That's really cute.
So, Mo Hunt of England, obviously in Gloucester Hartpury.
We love you.
Really nice human. I love the way that she plays.
Yeah.
I like the way that she looks for the pick and go.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leanne Infante is absolutely incredible, but she again would have been a really obvious choice. So I kind of wanted to go for those choices that people wouldn't always directly look at perhaps. But I love Mo Hunt, and I love her style.
Also French, another French 9, not Sansu, but is it Bourdon? Yeah, the other 9 for France. Yeah. The one who wears her hair down famously, like 2 flat. Yeah, she's great. Again, another honourable mention at 9. I think she's
absolutely.
But Mo Hunt, lovely person. We love her. I think personally she should have been controversial. I think she should have been included in the World Cup squad because I just think she has such a wealth of knowledge. But I think everyone deserved to be in the World Cup squad. I think the whole squad deserved to be in the World Cup squad. So it's difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It wasn't even like anyone's bad. It was a case of literally picking. Picking 10-star players from 10-star players. Like how was that selection made? But I think she should have been there too, and she worked so hard for it as well. And he was the first one when I saw her name not squad. My heart broke a bit for her.
Yeah. I was gutted for her, and all the others. I was Sarah Beckett, Amber Reid.
you know, all the other people who weren't, because they've been such vital, they are still such vital players for England, and
Yeah.
they all deserve to go. So sad. But anyway, we have to move on. Number 10, fly half.
For me, at the moment, there's only one choice for fly half, and it has to be Zoe Harrison.
I knew you were going to say that before you even opened your mouth. I read that one,
I think honourable mention to Elle Snowsill of Wales, because I think she has some moments of absolute brilliance. But Zoe Harrison at the moment, her kicking game is second to none. Like, no one in the World Cup has kicked like Zoe Harrison. I feel quite confident saying that. I think also the fact is that Zoe Harrison wasn't always this level of good at kicking. She went away and she worked so hard during the lockdowns to back better and to come back better at her kicking. So she's my choice of fly half, and the way that she directs the game, I think that's everything you kind of want from a really good fly.
Love that. Okay, number 11, wing.
Portia Woodman.
Oh, you're taking all of mine. I mean, top try scorer in the whole of the World Cup women's history. Pretty great, you know. Like, you got to
literally the most. Like, you name
There's
it.
no words. There's no words for Portia Woodman. She's Portia Woodman. She's Portia Woodman. Can we get like just a Portia Woodman here, Murray, if we can edit that in?
Like, funny, as well as being the top try scorer of the entire World Cup, and I believe that ever. She's just an absolute belter of a Rugby World Cup, and there were naysayers that tried to be a bit like, oh, I don't know if she's at her prime.
Sorry, shouldn't have done that.
She just gets better and better, and she's had an incredible World Cup, and I think she's just brilliant, and I like to see her actually at 11, because it allows her to use that. She's not just a pace, she's got really great decision making. So I really
she plays what, 7s and 15. She's just like a. I watched it at the Commonwealth. Was it the Commonwealth? I think she was at the Commonwealth Games. I watched it there. She was fucking sick. Oh, sorry, bad word. She was really good. She was really good at her job, and she's great. She was great. Okay, number 12, inside centre. Is that the right?
Beatrice Rigoni.
Oh yes, she has got such sass. I liked her at the Six Nations launch. She's cheeky.
So she was my only other she was my main other and R for 10, but I love seeing her at 12 for Italy. I think she's really great at 12. Can we talk about how she picked a snack out of her sock the other week and ate it?
Love that.
Mid-game. I love that energy. Do
you know what I'd call that? Resourceful. And I might start getting into that. If you see me snacking in the scrum, where have I pulled that snack from, Gemma? That's the question, you know?
I'm not going to ask. I don't care. Don't want to know.
It's not in my shorts because there's not much room in there. That's what I'm saying.
So B Rigoni, she's the only person I feel at the moment who's she's the closest competition in my eyes to Zoe Harrison on a kicking front. She's really smart and she directs the Italian game really well.
Kicker. She's a great kicker. I like her, and I think she's just funny. She's a funny person.
Hilarious.
Even though there was that language barrier at the Six Nations launch, you could tell she's funny. She's just got a
great energy.
13, outside centre. It is outside centre. Yeah, so I get confused in the back. I don't belong there. I get confused in positions. 13.
Hear me out on this one. This is not someone who classically plays outside centre.
Okay.
But I live the dream that they could.
Okay. Who?
Rona Lloyd of Scotland.
You know how I feel about Rona.
So
yes.
So she's outstanding on the wing, but some of the lines she runs, I would put her at my fantasy 13, because you have her playing off B Rigoni, and on the other side of my choice of winger, that back line, you wouldn't catch them. You'd never catch them.
You'll never catch them. I just love how she plays. I think she's a great player, and I think she's a laugh. I'm glad you've put her in your fantasy 15, because I think she deserves a place, if not an honourable mention. But
My honourable mention for this one is Claudia McDonald, but Claudia,
I like her on the wing. I like her on the wing.
I like her on the wing, but I like her just somewhere. So she's in.
I like her on the pitch.
Somewhere on the pitch.
Yeah.
That try this morning was just.
I thought she was going to score it for a second. I thought she was in, and then Abidal did a long sprint that I would never do, but great, fantastic. I think Claudia McDonald stepped like 7 feet. It was ridiculous. She stepped the whole team. And there's a point where you just got to be like, she should get this try because if she can step all of us, she deserves it. Yeah, rated her performance the whole competition. I mean, the opening game against Fiji when she scored like 3, was it 4? Just insane.
I'm so happy for Claudia. I got to meet her very briefly recently. She's really, really nice because obviously she's just signed at Exeter. And just really nice lady, really nice energy, really hard worker. And I know that getting into this World Cup, it's a big thing. I mean, it's a big thing for anyone, but obviously she was told she may never play rugby again, and she's smashing it at the World Cup. So I love that for her.
We love that for her. Well done, Claudie. I don't even know you that well. I'm going to call you Claudie now. And
so
following on, number 14, the other winger.
So we mentioned her already, Abidal.
Yeah, you can't not put her in the 5th.
So there's a lot of reasons. So Abidal, it's not just for the absolutely wild try that she's got. It was also for the fact, so I've done a similar injury to the injury she had at the Six Nations. I've been there, I've been in her shoes, and it wrecked my life. It wrecked my life for about 2 years.
A big injury.
It's huge because it affects, for me, it's away my job. For months, it almost led to me losing my house. It led to so much.
Yeah.
And for her to come back from that with such grit in 9 months, it's just insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
And she's come back from it, and I don't always believe people do come back from injuries better, but she absolutely has.
She has, and even if she's not having the best game, she's still great. Do you know what I mean? Even if she's not on top form, she's still better than. She's still the best. Do you know what I mean? I would always rate Abidal. She seems like the most. Every interview I've watched of her, she's the most humblest person. I think she just loves rugby, and she just loves playing rugby, and I think it's so nice to see. When she runs, and oh my gosh, when she runs, and her handoff is sick, and I'm a big Abidal fan, so Abidal out there.
My other honourable mention for that one is Janine Detavo of USA.
Yes.
Because Janine
like that.
Janine is basically US Portia Woodman. She's fast, she's strong, she has an absolutely filthy step and a palm off that will break noses.
Oh, yes. I like her. Yeah, I've seen her play,
So my final.
That leaves us with our final position. Possibly one of my favourite, number 15.
So Anja, who would you pick for your 15? I'm curious.
No, I can't tell you that because I'm going to do my team next. I can't tell you who I'm going to pick. That would be giving away. I think there's a few people you could pick for 15. To be honest,
there's a lot of choices.
I know who I'm going to pick, but
I've also got a bench of 3 people here. Honourable mention: Laurie Kramer, who's on my bench.
Yes. Yeah.
My fullback of choice at the moment is Ellie Kildan.
You took mine. Yes, good one.
She is kind of. She gives me a little bit of if you repackage Nolly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that, and I really like that, and I like to see it. She's got the side step. She moves really quick. She's quick thinking. She's fearless as well. She's absolutely fierce. She
just looks like she's dancing around the pitch. Do you know what I mean? She's stepping and things she's just just leaping. Do you know what I mean? It just makes it look so. She's here, there, everywhere. And she can tackle. She'll go for a tackle. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what she gives younger girls is just incredible.
Yeah, she's great. And can we also just say, when we were at the No Woman No Try premiere. God, she's got a lot of style. She's a really cool gal.
Her
Great
and
fashion
her boyfriend
sense.
are so
Iconic couple.
They're cooler than I will ever be.
If I could be a stan of a couple, it would probably be Ellie Kildun and her boyfriend. Just really cool. And you, no, okay. So a close second. Okay, I meant rugby couple, like in the England team, but okay, no, I'm digging myself a hole. Yeah, you'd be number one, Jemma. You would be. Oh no, I'll go.
I'll tell Mr. Prop Life you never liked him anyway. No. He shared one of your TikToks to me this morning. He's a big chatty prop fan.
Did he? I love Mr. Prop Life, and I actually haven't met him yet. He likes all my videos, and I love it.
Yeah, because I said to him, I was like, Anya's great, support her, and he was like, yeah, she's hilarious. I was like, I know. Good gal.
Can I meet him? Is that weird to ask?
No, he's dying to meet you too. So,
come along to something. Yeah, Matt, if you're there, I miss you, Matt. I haven't met you yet, but I miss you. I haven't met you. I don't know who you are. Yeah, I miss you.
Go back onto a normal path. I've got 3 benches and some hydration specialists.
Okay, who are we going for?
So my bench is Ruby Tui, Laurie Kramer, and Jazz Joyce.
Oh, I see. I like what you're doing there because I think there's just some world-class players there.
Because Ruby Tui,
this is so hard. This is so hard. Like I'm so confused with my team.
You have Abby Dow scoring 5 tries in the first half, then you get Ruby Tui on in the second half.
And she's just, and then you've got Laurie Kramer, who's an absolute unit of a tackler. Actually, I think she might appear on my team, so I'm not going to, I followed her for so long. I think she's great player.
And obviously Jazz Joyce as well.
And Jazz, I mean, if we're going to talk about a quick and speedy person, Jazz Joyce might have to be number 1 up there. I've never seen anyone move so quickly.
She runs as fast as it takes for my brain to process that I need to run.
You know that TikTok I made where it's like when the winger makes a break?
Yeah.
And it's like, where are you? I'm the other end of the pitch. I haven't even moved from probably where the try line is, and she's already at the other.
That's fully me when Charlie Woodman scored 5 tries last season. By the time I'd worked out how to unpeel myself out of scrum, it was really upsetting.
I think we were playing Newton Abbott, and I think Emily Susie coaches them. And yeah, literally got to a point where we were just coming out the scrums and someone had scored, and I was like, yeah, okay. And then it'd be like another scrum, and I'd be like, okay. Scrum after scrum. It wouldn't be a game of rugby without at least 35 scrums
per 10 minutes.
A half. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, hydration specialists. Who are these?
So my hydration specialists, so my first hydration specialists are the Cleals, because they had to be in my 15 somewhere, but it would be too obvious to pick them.
I understand that.
Bryony is always up for the beers.
She's so funny.
She's hilarious. We love her for that. So
and if you have one Cleo, you've got to have the other Cleo because they're a duo, right? So,
but also because Poppy could go anywhere in my fantasy 15, but again, it was too much of an obvious choice. So hydration.
You can put her anywhere back row, second row, like it'd be too. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I have Marley Packer as a hydration specialist because I feel like a full night on the beers with her would be one of the most terrifying things, but also great fun.
Yeah, and I think just the best humper up of a team. Do you know what I mean? I reckon her team speeches are just, they're getting people going. Yeah. Like remember that song that was like, I don't even know what that means. No one knows what it means, but it's fucking nuts. It gets the people going. That's Marley Packer. She gets the people going.
And who else would be your hydration specialist?
Give me a think and I'll come back to that when I tell you my team. Because I've thought of it now. I have gone for it.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll power through your team, shall we?
Yeah, we'll do it really quickly.
Should be your team as a speed round. Okay. Anya Dixon, your women's fantasy 15. 3, 2, 1. Number 1.
Oh God. So kind of she plays title Lisa, but I'd have to have Sarah Byrne in there. Sarah Byrne is one of the props. Hooker. Who's a good hooker? I'm gonna go because I know it's not the England one, but I think Lark Davis is probably one of the strongest hookers in the game. I'm gonna give it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other prop. Who have I really liked watching in this World Cup? I'm gonna go Hope Rogers too. Because I actually just rate her as a player. I think she's great. Number 4, I'm gonna go Zoe Aldcroft because I just think she's World Rugby Player of the Year. She's great. What doesn't she do? She does everything. She's everywhere around the pitch. Great. Number 5, I'm also going to go Foul because I think she just is, like you say, legend. Difficult to bring down. Makes meters every time she carries the ball. Yes. I'm probably got too many English players on this team. Number 6, I'm going to go Alex Matthews because I just think she's been great this tournament so far. She came over from 7. She's a great player. Love it. Number 7, I'm going to go Gail Hermé, because I think she scored a cracking try France against England. Controversial, but she's a solid player, always really reliable. Number 8, because I think she's had a great tournament. She's captain Canada, Sophie de Gouda. I think she has summed up. That's a good shout, right? That's a good shout. I think she summed up what it is to play women's rugby. I think she's been a great leader of the team, and she just is a workhorse. She's one who does all that hard grafting around the pitch. Number 9, I'm going to go Sansu. So I know it's very obvious, but I think she just is a great player. I'm gutted to see what happened to her and hear about her retirement. This sucks. And I really hope she has a speedy recovery. Number 10, this is difficult. I want to go with you on this one. I'm going to go Zoe Harrison because I'm going to go Zoe Harrison because I just think that she's, again, her game has come on so much in the last couple of years. Great kicking, great knowledge of the game, can read the game really well. Wingers, I'm going to go Ruby Chewy for 11 because I'm a big Ruby Chewy fan. I think she's just a laugh. I think she's come out of her shell so much. Great gal. Loved all of interviews. Inside centre.
Wait, you've missed another winger.
I was going to go inside centre and then winger.
Yeah.
I don't know because there's so many people who play well with each other. And who do I like at 12? Ooh.
My other choice, so obviously I went for B. Rigoni, but my other weird choice would have been Kate Zachary.
Yes, I understand that. I get that. I have to have Helena Rowland in my squad. I don't know where she's going. Yeah, I have to have her. I think she had a couple of great games recently, actually. That's a lie. She always plays well. Number 13. I can't go for another England player, so who am I going to go for? Who are your honourable mentions? Oh god.
Geordie McDonald. As much as she's a winger by trade, obviously because
I can't pick another English player. So who has been really good at 13 this competition? Well, names. That's TBC for that. TBC, I'm coming back to that. 14, I'm going to go Portia Woodman. I just think Ruby Chewy and her are just cracking combo. I don't think you can get any better than that. 15, I am going to go Laurie Kramer because I think she's insane. She just tackles like there is nothing, like there is no tomorrow. I think she's great. Cool as hair too. Cool as hair. Number 13. Should I just put someone in that position who I don't think actually normally plays there? Let's go with 13. I'm gonna go Philippon from France. She's great. She's had a good one. An honourable mention, I think. So that's my 15. Subs. I think you've got to have Marnie Packer on. I think you've got to have Marnie Packer on there, world class player. Who else do I just think smashes it all the time? Did I say Rona Lloyd? She needs to be in there, as you say. I also like. I'm really gutted she got injured, but I think Chloe Rowley is a great 15.
Yeah. Yes.
Who else do I like? And also, I'm going to put for a flanker like Alicia Butchers. I'm really sorry she's injured at ACL, and I know it's really pants, but she is another great work rate around the field. Always stealing balls, always just making cracking tackles. Water hydration specialist. I love how you said that. I'm going to go with.
It's my career of choice.
Yeah, literally, if I had to be anything, that would be me. Ooh, this is a tough one. Who would I want to get bevied with? All of them, the whole world. I'd love to get bevied with them all.
The entire Scotland team would be hysterical.
I think, can I just have the rest of the Scotland team? Because I just think they would be like, is it Shona Campbell, Helen, what's she called? Helen. The name escapes me, but all of the Rachel Malcolm.
Yeah.
All of the Scottish team. There we go. Oh, Jade Conkle. Jade Conkle will be on my subs bench. Jade Conkle will be on my subs bench. Honourable mention to her.
I think Emma Wassell should have an honourable mention for second row.
Emma Wassell, 100% Emma Wassell. They're just all so good. Do you know what I mean? They're all great players. I'd have any of them. So that's my speed. I think I did that quite quickly, actually. Really.
You did. I was really
considering I didn't prepare. I think I'm quite happy with that team. I'd take that team to a final.
I love that. I really rate your 15, and there was so many of your players I was like it's so hard to be a women's 15 because there's just so many, like, don't get me wrong, topic in men's, but like so many brilliant players coming through, and I'm like, so and I'm invested in all of their stories.
And I think also, like, I mean, let's just not forget, all these women, they're in the World Cup for a reason. Do you know what I mean? They're all great rugby players in their own right. And I think you pick a different player depending on what game you were playing for each position, you know, and they're all incredible in their own different ways. Like, they're all amazing rugby players. They wouldn't be there if they weren't. So I'd pick them all. I'd have a whole world squad. I'd also, on our next episode, I think we should do a women's British Lions squad fantasy. So let's get thinking of that for next time, because I think that would be really cool.
So in current events,
yes,
let's talk current events. Let's just fly over them briefly. Today, England have beaten Canada in the semi-finals.
It was a nail biter.
It was an absolute nail biter, including an absolutely just a whirlwind of a try from Claudia McDonald and Abby Dow linking up. When you're under your own try line and you're like, nah, I think I'll be under theirs, and you pull it off in 2 moves. And
with speed and just accuracy. I'd also like to point out, and I made this on my Instagram, that, you know, the Canadian team are all amateurs. Not a single one of them is a professional athlete. And look how amazing they did today. They took the number 1 in the world and they literally gave it to them. And there was times where I thought they were going to beat the number 1 in the world. And I think it's about time they should be given contracts, because if they can pull off that performance as amateurs, imagine what they could do as professionals. They would give England a damn good run for their money. And it's actually something I'd quite like to see, because that would be good. And I think the more people we can get on that level, the better. So contracts for Canada, please.
And I think that's something Sophie de Goody and their coach said really well in the kind of the press conference as well, was just like, we are, you know, this is what we can produce at this level of funding and this level
we can build,
look at what will happen. We take the number 1 team of the world within 1 try. Like, look what will happen if you fund us and give us the bare minimum, which we always talk about. But if you give us the bare minimum, look where we'll go. And I think this is the start of something really exciting for Canada.
Really great rugby. And like, those tries were good tries. The tries they scored were insane rugby tries. So absolutely, I think it's the start of something huge. I think it needs to be done. Let's bring everyone up to the same, let's bring everyone up to the same level and make it a fair contest. Do you know what I mean? I think let's do it. Why not, guys? You know?
So obviously in the other semi-final, we've had New Zealand
again,
France, hugely physical. I mean, we expected a clash here. You know, you've got France who likes to play that physical, that chipping away at times, but my God.
Let's be honest, what a nail biter. And I feel absolutely gutted for France missing that kick in the last minute of the game if it was me, I would have maybe gone for points and tried it. I don't know, I'm not sure. I would have maybe gone for the kick to the corner.
That's because you take crash ball and make it a personality trait.
That's because I'm a forward. Heartbroken for them, because I think they've come such a long way in such a short period of time, France, and I think I wanted it for. I would have loved to have seen a North Hemisphere final. I would have loved to have seen that. But I'm also ecstatic for New Zealand because a World Rugby Cup final on home soil after like the couple of years they've had and how much they've come through and how much adversity they've like faced. Where the rugby wasn't going so well, and now look where they are.
Yeah,
look at them. You know what I mean? What a great comeback. This is a real and this is going to be, England are the real underdogs here. They're not on home soil. They've not got the home advantage. They won't have the crowd.
I think we saw that in the earlier episodes,
matches,
in the earlier games. Yeah, we saw that. Fiji. I know I come back to that game a lot, but I was so impressed with Fiji.
Yeah.
A team who are not only just not professional, who are probably the least funded and the least kind of built up out of all of those teams there. They rattled England in that first one.
Oh my god, it was like, I thought England might not win that game.
Yeah.
For a second I was like, oh yeah, this could be an upset. Great game. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be a difficult one. I don't think England I'm gonna say something controversial. I don't think we've seen everything England can give right now. I think we've got like another gear that we can. I think there's something more.
I think we're going to see it next. I hope.
Yeah, I think we've been holding it back a little. Like, not that we've been holding it back, but I think we've just got those. Like, I think we underestimate how much it's a Rugby World Cup final. That's huge. That's going to push you. You're going to put everything on the line to win that kind of match. I think it's going to be insanely close. I think it's going to be back and forth. I think we're going to see try for try. I think we're going to see.
I don't think we're going to see one of those like 44-12 score lines that we've seen up with England.
Absolutely not.
I love seeing Southern Hemisphere meet Northern Hemisphere rugby because it's very different styles of rugby.
Very different styles.
And again, that's what we saw when Fiji hit England, because we saw a team who were not.
It shakes us.
They weren't scared to take risks. They were looking for the quick and sometimes risky offload.
Yeah.
They were just great to watch. I loved watching. I love watching
Fiji. I like to see where Fiji can go now that they've got like a little bit more investment in them as a team. That'll be fun. But England are the ones to beat. 30-game winning streak now. I think if anyone's going to do it, it will be New Zealand in home territory at a World Cup final. So it's going to be a close one. I think both teams have things that are egging them on. England obviously want to see the win, and I want to see England win naturally. I think they'll be looking for that win after the loss, I think, in the last World Cup, in the final. And I think what a stage to do it on. Yeah. What a stage to do it on. With women's rugby where it is, that stadium is going to be fully packed. It's going to be, I can't imagine what the atmosphere is going to be like. It's going to be insane. I wish I was there.
I'm having FOMO. What excites me about it is that no matter what the score, it's a win-win.
Yeah. It's a win for women's rugby. It's a win.
If England win, and that's a great thing for women's rugby. And that highlights what professionalism can do. If New Zealand win, it's a win for women's rugby because it highlights how much the culture changes and the recent developments within New Zealand rugby have been
make a difference.
Yeah. So there's a win-win either way.
It's a win-win. And you know what? It's a win for women's rugby. It's a win for women's rugby, no matter who wins. It really will be great rugby. It will be a great rugby match. It is going to be a class show of some of the best players in the world. Those two teams are probably who before, if I was going to put bets on who was going to be in the final, I'd probably have bet on these two teams. They both deserve to be there. In fact, anyone in the semi-finals today deserved to be there. I can't wait to watch the third place match playoff between Canada and France. Again, that will be a great game of rugby. So yeah, if you don't know if you're going to watch, it's at 6:30 a.m. guys. It's not that late. It's not that early. Get up. Switch the TV on.
You don't even have to be clothed. Be in your pajamas. Be naked.
Be naked if you want to. Yeah, be naked.
So there's one more thing I wanted to just brush on before we head about our evenings as well tonight. Obviously, this is more of a sad one. Our good friend Charlie And for the viewers at home that don't know, so our lovely
So
friend
sad.
Charlie, who plays for Exeter Chiefs,
Yeah.
she had the absolute honour of being called up for Ireland Rugby League and playing them internationally, which she self-funded, I'd like to add, because there was no funding on option. She's paid for all her flights, wherever she goes, all her travel, everything. She unfortunately received a really serious knee injury, full ACL, MCL, and meniscus, just everything, during a game for them, and was essentially had been promised by Ireland Rugby League that she was fully insured prior to the game. It then turned out they were only insured up to £3,500. Her surgery, which she needed as an immediate, was £10,000. Now, the rugby community has come out in force, but I don't want to stop speaking about this because I feel like she's not the only one. We've seen it happen previously at Bristol Bears. And it just highlights yet again, like, one of the first thoughts that pops into my head, and I know it sounds so cynical, was this wouldn't happen if she was a bloke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. 100%. It wouldn't happen if she was a bloke. This is why everyone needs to be contracted, and this is why everyone needs, and this is why we need transparency with clubs, and this is why a lot of things. We need to just make this game, the women's game, more professional than it is right now.
Absolutely.
But thank you to the rugby community who have pitched in and donated everything they have donated, because I think she's exceeded her target by far. So
she'd had a GoFundMe to try and raise £10,000 just to help cover her surgery and to get through life, and it hit well over 13. So she's
pretty awesome. Thank you to the rugby community.
The best and the brightest come out when we need them. Was there anything else you wanted to add, Anja?
I don't think so. I think we've done an extensive episode today, Gemma. I think we have covered it all.
I feel drained. I need to go get a cider.
Oh, that sounds good. Good idea. I might join you there.
Cider, a bit more Autumn Nation series, I think.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, and Murray's joined in now. Right, let's do the outro with Murray here.
Well, in that case, guys, have an amazing evening. Have an amazing week. We hope you watch lots of rugby, play lots of rugby, and obviously watch and listen to our podcast.
Yes. We are 2 props.
1 pod.
1 pod. Thank you and good night.